Hello and welcome to Friday Night at the Game, a weekly look at classic sporting events in the North Country during the 1980s and 90s. I'm your host, Jeff Myers, and I hope you enjoy this nostalgic look into youth sporting events played almost 40 and 50 years ago. These games of my son's teams in action were recorded on VHS, transferred to DVD, and now, with the help of modern technology, the MP4 files downloaded on the computer. They are not the best of quality, obviously, but that should not interfere in the joy we receive when watching our children and youngsters. Tonight's game for the 1993-94 season pits the Plattsburgh High School Hornets against the perennial North Country powerhouse Massena Red Raiders. Rick Knowles does the play-by-play, while yours truly does the color commentating. Friday Night at the Game is sponsored by Charlie the Great Tyranny. You can read about Charlie's adventures on Amazon.
The defensive coordinator, Rob Knowles, I guess you're going to be dropping into a 1-2-1 zone defense or 2-1-2 zone defense, something to that effect, something they haven't done all season long, something he says will give up more shots on goal, but will keep people from away in front and give the goaltender a clear view at those shots. Plattsburgh showing a lot of confidence in their goaltenders in taking that approach.
It sounds interesting. Matt was mentioning that earlier today, and I just don't know how you can develop many offensive chances yourself. You've got to get the puck in the net at least once to win a game.
Only fitting that the day after Buddy Ryan gets a head coaching job as coach of the Phoenix Cardinals, the Plattsburgh High School Hornets employ a zone defense.
Yeah, there must be something behind that. I notice we're situated different here tonight.
We've moved down a bit to get a little better angle.
Unfortunately,
don't have to worry about the scoreboard at this angle.
We've got the Massena crowd below us, and if we say anything wrong here, we might get some eggs thrown up here.
We'll just say it very softly as we're just underway here from the Crete Center in Plattsburgh. Puck deflection to the Plattsburgh zone. Jan Sherman looks to clear it up, can't get it out. Schneider bats it into the corner where it's taken by Spanberg. Josh Spanberg takes the shot. Despres makes the kick save. The rebound comes out to Matt Luckin. Luckin brings it in across the blue line, takes the shot. That's high and wide. Brian Garcia, the netminder tonight for the Raiders. Garcia, the senior goaltender. Raiders play it up to center, but it's intercepted by Jan Sherman, who will dump it back into the Massena zone. Taken in behind the net by Frank Choi. Hornets in the middle of a line change. Some open ice on the near side. Matt Reed moves in. Reed could not get around Gus Terry. Takes it into the corner. Now Terry takes the puck away from him. Out in front comes loose, and Aaron Dubuque there for Plattsburgh. Quickly over to Matt Myers. Casey Colburn on the left. Myers takes the shot. It's just wide.
I think I went through the net.
Spanberg with it for the Raiders. To center. He'll dump it in, and the Raiders will make a line change. Despres out of the net. Leaves it for Gus Terry. 13:45 remaining in the first. No score from the Crete Center. The Hornets and the Red Raiders. Puck played out to center. Gus Terry on it. Quickly fans on a pass. Gets it back. And now it's dumped in by Doug Adams of the Raiders. Colburn gets knocked into the boards. Puck comes to Duquette. Given up in front. There's Adams with a shot. Despres save. Rebound loose. And they score. Right on the doorstep, Jeff, left unattended, was Brian Terry, number 12, and I think either you or I could have scored on that play.
Maybe combined. The breakdown, we couldn't control the puck. The puck was bouncing around, and our defensemen couldn't control it and then feed it out to one of the wings. And that's what Massena's going to do. They put a lot of pressure on the puck, and they make you make those kinds of mistakes.
So the Raiders go on top, 1-0. Adams controls it. Behind the net. Now Derek DeRocher from Massena. Plays it up for Willard. Jumped over his stick. Brian Terry tried to find Matt Woodward. Pass was behind him. Dubuque can't clear. Adams at the point, throws it in for Willard, in on net, Terry there, Despres down, and Bryan covers it up.
Well, now, as I said, we play the defensive game. We still got to sneak one in behind the Massena goalie now to tie it.
I get a chance to ask you, how did you enjoy your third period of play-by-play in the Northeastern game?
That was interesting.
I haven't seen it yet, by the way.
Well, that's good. I heard the FCC is considering
banning you from the airwaves?
Yeah.
Nah, that won't happen. If they let Howard Stern on, they'll let you on. Back to the point. Rochefort throws it in to the top of the face-off circle, taken by Courier. Centers one, and it's sent just wide by Corey David.
Falcon Cable did have a executive committee meeting today about it. I don't know what they decided, but
Rochefort at the point. Throws it into the corner. Taken by LaPointe. Back to Rochefort. He kicks it. Gets it back. Backhands one toward the net. Eric Pomeroy plays it into the corner, and look out, that goes into the stands. And we'll get a whistle with 12:09 remaining in the first, and the Raiders leading the Hornets 1-0.
You think the Plattsburgh State game has affected our crowd here tonight?
I don't think so. There's more here than I thought there'd be. And as usual for Plattsburgh High School hockey this season, more Massena fans than Plattsburgh fans.
Yeah, you would think that a lot of the Massena folks would say, well, might as well not make the trip up here. We don't know how close the game will be, but they came.
Raiders center it, backhander. Despres makes the save. Puck comes over to the near corner. Lucken throws it over to the far side. Jan Sherman gets on it. Sherman brings it out of his own zone. Now plays it to center, goes off the skate. And the Hornets can't bring it in. Chad Colbert now in across the blue line. Drops it back, but the puck comes out to center. LaPointe on it for the Raiders. Dumps it into the Hornet zone, and we'll have a line change.
This looks like a fourth line here for the Massena team already. They're going to go out with their entire bench, and they got a lot of guys on the bench.
Now, if you look at the Massena roster, no freshmen. That doesn't surprise me. They usually have upwards of 50 kids trying out for the hockey team.
Yeah, that's a nice.
But then again, if you're in Massena, what else is there to do? They don't have the problem that Plattsburgh has with battling both Plattsburgh High School, Seton Catholic, and Beekmantown for the top hockey players in the area.
Exactly, yeah. All these guys went up the ladder together, played mites probably. Most of them the last 15 years have been together, well, yeah. 10 years.
And if you live in the Massena area, if you want to play high school hockey, you go to Massena, period.
Yeah, exactly.
Pomeroy with it, plays it in off Aaron Dubuque. Raiders play it back out to center. Casey Colburn for the Hornets. Played up to the neutral zone, and it's dumped back in by Schneider. In the corner with it, Scott's service. They look to center, goes off a skate. Their service gets it back and couldn't control the bouncing puck. Despres was down. Service had the open net, but couldn't get it past the netminder. 10 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the first, and Massena with the 1-0 lead.
Of course, their Bantam youth hockey team is mostly freshmen and sophomores, so that's really a junior varsity team. Most teams, high school teams, can't afford a junior varsity team like that.
And not to mention good media coverage in the Massena area for the Red Raider hockey team. They have a radio station that covers the game, both home and away. And I don't think the radio stations in Plattsburgh have even heard of high school hockey,
right?
Let alone WPTZ.
Yeah, good point. They really love their hockey up there. It's
Matt Reed brings it in front. The shot. Despres makes the save. Rebound comes in behind the net. Reed gets it in the corner. Swings it out. Sends it in. Hits the side of the net. Sherman on it for Plattsburgh. He can't clear. DeRocher at the point. They fight for it. Puck comes loose to Reed. Kovas in for the Hornets. Reed gets around Premor. Now in the corner, Spanberg with it. He centers one. Goes off of the stick of Pomeroy. DeRocher shot. Despres save. Cleared by Pete Kovas.
This is the Plattsburgh number 3 line up against the top line for Massena, and they kept him out of the net.
9 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the first. And the Raiders on the goal by Brian Terry with a 1-0 lead. Plattsburgh takes the draw for the Raiders against Sherman Plattsburgh. Corey Mitchell gets belted into the boards. Mitchell gets it back. Now he loses it to Spanberg in behind the net. Now to the far side. Spanberg gets it to DeRocher. He couldn't control the bouncing puck. He's hit by Colburn. Now Luckin can't get to it as the Raiders poke it away. And they'll come right back with it. Brian LeBombard takes it to the net, takes the shot. Despres makes the save and covers up.
This is an important game for Brian Despres. He's had a little tough luck in the last several games that he's played, and if he can come out here strong and hold Massena down to a few goals, it'll be a bright spot for him and for the team.
A lot of expectations on the shoulders of Brian Despres at the beginning of the season, and I think just about anybody associated with the team, Jeff, would admit that this season has not been nearly as good as last season for Brian.
No, you never know. Almost a break for Matt Luckin. I thought he played that puck near the center ice, but I guess not. You never know if this Plattsburgh Air Force Base situation has been on Brian's mind. Wondering where he'll be next year.
Face-off will be at the left of Despres.
He might be transferred to, his family might be transferred to Louisiana, and I don't know how good the hockey program is down there.
Even worse, Arizona. I don't think they have ice in Arizona, do they?
Up in the mountains.
They fight for it near the Plattsburgh bench. Puck comes free to Mitchell. This pass was too far for Matt Luckin. Now Colburn gets it at center for Plattsburgh. He tries to move in. Puck loose in front of the Massena bench. It's dumped in by Terry. In behind the net, Despres puts it right out of the stick of the Massena player. Willard tries to wrap one in. Puck still loose.
Trying to ricochet off the goalie's back. Now all the forwards are trying that.
Willard sends one in front. Terry gets it in the corner, drops it to the point, but Luckin is there for Plattsburgh. Matt Luckin at center, gets around one man, comes in with it, and now he's taken off the puck by P.J. Rochefort. On the near side, Matt Woodward played to center. Nice play by Jan Sherman.
Now fire it.
Takes it in, takes the shot, and Garcia makes the save. Puck loose at the blue line. Myers in. He dumps it in for Plattsburgh. Rochefort in the corner. Gets run into by Myers. Now in the corner. Dubuque couldn't play it. And Terry will bring it out for Massena.
Nice
He had it poked away by Duquette. Here comes Myers in across the blue line. Matt Myers takes his shot that goes wide. 7:20 remaining in the first. 1-0 Massena. Sherman with a nice play to poke it away from Terry, who was rushing in. Now Chad Willard in the corner. Played behind the net. LaPointe fights for it with Duquette. LaPointe falls down. Duquette gets it over to the near side for Jan Sherman. Played for Dubuque over his stick. Down into the Massena zone. Icing waved off. Frank Joy for the Raiders. To the near side for Mike LaPointe. Pass too far for David at center. And the Hornets dump it back into the Massena zone. Plattsburgh will make a line change. Corey David has it at center. Near side for Mike LaPointe in across the blue line. LaPointe will take it into the corner, try to get around Duquette. Kobus intercepts it in front. Kobus tries to find Primor, but Schneider intercepted it. 6.5 remaining in the first. 1-0 Massena. Rick Knowles and Jeff Myers on the call. Crete Center in Plattsburgh. Duquette plays it to center. Raiders look to dump it back in. Kobus poked it away from Jamie Courier. Primor looks to move in. He lost it. David gets it up for LaPointe. He will dump it in and make a line change. Courier and Gus Terry run into each other. Wild comes out with the puck. Plays it to center. Frank Joy tried to dump it in. Wild was there to play it back out. Now on the near side, Heath McLean tried to sidestep Pomeroy. And that one is cleared. In the corner, Scott's service to Adam Blaze. Back for service. Puck loose in front. Now it comes back to the point. Derek DeRocher. He takes his shot, deflected wide by Blaze. Now at the far point, Frank Joy. Into the corner for service. Back to Blaze. Puck loose in front. Desperate down. Tries to pounce on it, and we get a whistle. 5:27 remaining. Some good continuous action. Massena putting good pressure on Plattsburgh, and the Hornets doing a good job from preventing a lot of good scoring chances.
Yeah, the puck was, Brian stretched out for it, and the puck was about 3 inches away from his glove, but fortunately
Did you get an answer from Matt as to his hitting everything on ice in that game against Northeastern?
Well, we kind of narrowed it down to what he had for supper. He had a couple of fried egg sandwiches. We didn't have any ketchup in the house, so we had barbecue sauce on it.
McLean and Sherman fight for it. Jan falls down. Now over the far side. Service had it jump over his stick. They get it to Lucken at center, but he doesn't control it. Adams dumps it in for Massena. Desperate out of the net. Leaves it for Gus Terry. Quickly played off the board. Goes right back to Adams. Now to Service. He runs into Lattenville. Adams gets it back. Lattenville takes it away from him. Plays it to the near side. Jan Sherman on it. Sherman tried to find Lucken. It was intercepted by DeRocher. Played off his own man right to Matt Lucken. Lucken takes it to the net, takes the shot, and Garcia makes the save.
Is this their top goaltender they're suing up tonight?
I don't think so.
It's kind of odd with the scheduling here. I guess this game was originally scheduled for back early in the season. And Massena has to travel home tonight and play a 1 p.m. game against Eaton Catholic tomorrow. So I would think the coach would want to keep some of his players fresh.
4 minutes, 34 seconds in the first. 1-0 Massena. Dubuque with a shot that's deflected wide, and he gets belted to the ice. Pomeroy keeps it in at the far point. Myers fights for it along with Ryan Curling. Now Spanberg couldn't control the pass. Duquette on it for Plattsburgh. Sends one out to center. Francis on it, and he'll play it into the corner.
It's Ron Francis out there?
Pat Francis.
Well,
now loose in front. The shot. Desperate with a great save, and that one is sent wide. Reed was open. Desperate was down and got a piece of it.
Instead of finessing the puck into the net, he tried to blast it through the goaltender.
The Bombard, the shot. Desperate the save.
Now, there's something that Brian hasn't been doing. When that puck's been near him in games, he's been jumping on it and stopping play. There he kept playing it.
Give away to Spanberg, open in front. Reed, Desperate makes the save. The rebound, they score. Brian LeBombard. Don't fall Desperate on that one. He made the first save, but the Hornets couldn't clear the rebound.
Brian, I heard him down there exclaim a little upset, and I'm sure he should be. That was a brilliant first save, and that puck should have never been out there. That fellow all alone.
What'd he say?
Well, I won't repeat what I think he said, but it was a beautiful first save, and gee, it's too bad that that Massena player was so open.
So with 3:20 remaining in the first, Massena goes on top by a deuce. Jan Sherman for the Hornets. Plays it to center. Frank Joy on it. Dumps it into the Hornets zone. Pomeroy on it quickly to the near side for Sherman. At center. Pass behind Lattenville. Goes right to Lucken. Lucken to Lattenville. And he sends one off the post. The rebound loose. They score!
All right. Chad
Colburn.
Looked like, I think they're questioning it. It looked like he was pushing the goalie in, that the goalie had the puck, and with his stick he was pushing the goalie in, but we have a bad angle from here.
Yeah, I think they're going to count it. I don't think the goaltender had control of the puck.
We'll have to check the replay on that, but that's a big boost. Two
2 minutes, 56 seconds remaining And the Hornets have drawn to within one.
When a team's in their defensive zone and the puck goes on net, all the players have got to make sure there aren't offensive players hanging around loose like that Massena goal. Somebody should be on him, making sure he doesn't have that free shot.
They've given the goal to Luckin. So apparently it went in on Luckin's shot, and Colburn didn't have to poke it in.
Okay, well, the refs are right there.
Chad was right there on the doorstep. I thought he might have put the puck past Garcia, but apparently it went in on Luckin's first shot. Hornets come back. Colburn in across the blue line. Luckin gets belted to the boards. Sherman dumps it in. 2:15 remaining in the first. 2-1 Massena. Raiders bring it up. Matt Woodward at center. Now we get a penalty. Behind the play, Brian Terry and Chad Colburn will both go to the penalty box.
Okay. No power plays yet, right?
First penalties of the game, both for roughing. Let's give a pat on the back to Michael Wall for that outstanding shutout against the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton.
Yeah, they didn't get a lot of shots, but there were some good shots, and he had to make, I would say 5-6 quality saves in the game. It wasn't a given.
I don't care if you're playing the Little Sisters of the Poor. A shutout's a shutout.
I thought Case was outside.
1:57 remaining in the first. A very low-scoring game so far.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, were you at the Massena game up there?
No.
It was 1-0 after one period.
That's right.
And from what I understand, Massena came out in the second period playing the body a lot more, and they started to wear Plattsburgh down.
We've got the game on tape. You folks at home have seen it already. If you stay tuned to MSM Sports coverage of high school.
It's been on already?
Well, by the time you watch this, it will have been on.
All I know is that our ratings aren't going to be too good tonight because Plattsburgh State's on Channel 10. So.
We're not on live, though, Jeff. See, I put the games on when Billy Graham is on or something like that.
Yeah, Channel 9 has a lot of, I don't know what that channel is, religious programming. Which...
It's EWTN during the day, Monday through Friday until 7. And then the Access comes on from 7 to midnight.
Well, sometimes...
And then all weekend, it's EWTN.
Oh, I thought I'd seen it weeknights.
Till 7.
Later than that, but...
Maybe.
I know, I watch it a lot. It's a enjoyable programming.
Gerusher behind the Massena net. I don't know whether to believe him or not.
We have a different line situation here. The Luckin and Coburn spot.
Raiders come in offside with 72 seconds remaining.
Well, we got 5 or 6 more fans that came in here in the last few minutes. So.
I still find it very hard to believe that you watch and are a fan of EWTN. I figure you to be more of a fan of the Playboy channel or something like that.
Well, I haven't been able to see too much bowling on this year, and
Luckin.
There's certainly a lot of praying on the bowling channel. Nice move.
Now Lattonville at center for Plattsburgh. Lattonville, Luckin on his left, drops it to Luckin. He takes the shot. Garcia makes the save. Rebound loose. Myers was moving in. If he'd have been a couple strides,
would have been like the Massena goal. You're right.
LaPointe takes it to the net. He is pulled down, and Josh Duquette will go to the box. Hooking.
Oh, I thought he had the stick. You're allowed to move the fellow's stick with your stick, but maybe it got a piece of his body and pulled him down.
39 seconds left in the period. This power play will carry over into the second should Massena not score.
Of course, that Ranger game, I don't know if it was a Ranger Islanders game or not, when the Messi had an obvious pull down on a breakaway. Should have been a...
What a did the score of that game end up? 2-2?
4-4.
Well, 4-4, 2-2. Shot in on that. Despres is down. They score.
Once again,
It took 6 seconds.
and he had the puck for about 5 of those 6. A forward shouldn't be a...
Matt Reed gets the goal, and I think Brian wishes he hadn't gone down so soon.
Well, it's really hard when that goal scorer is in front of you for 5 seconds with the puck.
3-1 Massena.
That's
really going to damage the Hornet spirits going into the locker room.
Yeah, that was too bad. If they could have held on to 2-1, you never know. But it's still a close game, 3-1.
Near side, Spanberg with it. Gets it back to Reed. Spanberg goes to the net, gets it in front. Despres pokes it into the corner. Spanberg gets it back. Leaves it for Reed with 10 seconds. Reed to Spanberg. Jumps over his stick with 5 to go. Sherman looks to clear it to center. He does. Icing will be called if the puck gets to the line in time, and it won't. So that'll do it for the first period from the Crete Center in Plattsburgh. The Raiders outshoot Plattsburgh 18-7. That's really not much of a surprise. We told you in the beginning about Plattsburgh willing to give up a lot of shots in tonight's game just to get Despres a clear view. And really can't say whether that's worked a lot in that first period.
Not when you see fellows in front of the net all alone for rebounds. I think the box is the purpose of it is to clear the rebounds.
3-1 after the first period. Stay with us. You're watching MSM Sports coverage of Plattsburgh High School hockey. Ready to go with second period action from the Crete Center in Plattsburgh. Massena 3, the Hornets 1. And Jeff, they have just announced a correction on that Plattsburgh goal. They have credited the goal to Chad Colburn, and I think properly so.
Yeah, we saw it all the way from up here, and the rest probably heard us and went over and made the correction. Probably between periods, the players went over and said, gee, Chad's the one who should get that goal.
I don't think that happened.
Well,
I can see you that didn't happen.
Plattsburgh, I hope their spirits are still up. They had a pretty good first period. They were moving pretty well, and they didn't give Massena a lot of good chances, but Massena capitalized on the few chances it had.
Right off the face-off, the Raiders dump it into the Hornet zone in the corner. Spanberg. Now Luckin gets it to center. 2-on-1. Luckin and Lattenville. Massena gets back quick. That one deflected wide. It's amazing the quick speed of Massena. They were on the Plattsburgh players almost immediately. LeBombard with a shot. Despres makes the save. The rebound comes over to the near side. Spanberg centered. Pomeroy broke it up.
It's a good point. It's almost like there's no difference in the speed and the skating abilities of all the players. It's like I don't know if they do a lot of sprinting or what, but I can't tell when the fourth line is in or the first line is in.
That's because they're that good.
Huh?
That's because they are that good. You were saying to me when we were in the break that you don't think this team is nearly as good as last year's team.
Oh, well, I think, yeah. Last year they were a powerhouse. There were some big, strong seniors in that team.
2-on-1, Reed and Willard in front. Willard, and Despres makes the save with the left pad. Matt Luckin for the Hornets. The Raiders get the goal. I didn't really see what happened, sort of distracted a bit by something off to our left.
Well, The line had been out there for a minute, dragging a little bit. You want to make sure you get those quick line changes. This is an important point of the game here. You know, this is where it could turn into a blowout if Plattsburgh's not careful. They got to keep skating hard and try and get some scoring chances now, and you know, make it as close a game as possible.
Reed gets the goal for Massena. Off the face-off, Duquette plays it to center. DeRocher gets knocked into the boards by Colburn. They still fight for it. Puck kicked ahead by Woodward. A pair of sixes dicing it out. Now DeRocher comes in and dumps it into the Hornet zone. 12:45 remaining, second period. Massena 4 and Plattsburgh 1. Colburn over to the far side. Dubuque dumps it into the corner. Adams on it for DeRocher. Backhanded back in by Casey Colburn. Hornets will make changes. Intercepted by Gus Terry, right to Jamie Lattenville. Lattenville couldn't move around DeRocher. Pomeroy gets it. He plays it into the corner.
Generous blue line call there, I think.
Now Chad Colburn gets run into by Terry. Stood up by another. Colburn.
Oh, a beautiful shot.
Open in front, but Luckin took the shot. And Luckin beats Garcia over the right shoulder.
Yeah.
I thought sure he was going to pass it to Lattenville, who was wide open. Instead, he took the shot, and it proved a wise shot as it gets the Hornets to within 2.
He couldn't have picked the puck up and thrown it in the net any nicer than that. There was a very little opening on the far side. That's really one of the hardest places to shoot at, the far side. You've got to go all the way around the goalie, really, and he did it.
Well, now Matt Luckin does have a goal.
Yeah.
Goal comes at the 3-minute mark. Colburn gets the assist. Puck loose in the Hornet zone. David on it. Despres makes the save. Now Chad sends it over to the far side, but not out. Rochefort with a shot. That trickles wide. Ryan Kerwin lost control, and Luckin moves in. Luckin tries to find Lattenville in front. The pass is too far. Lattenville runs into the goaltender. Puck comes back outside the zone. Played up. Mike LaPointe on it. Kicks it ahead. Craig Terry plays it back to the point. The shot, kicked, saved by Despres.
Now, there was a nice play by Pomeroy in front of that, holding up that forward.
Puck loose in front. Lattenville couldn't clear it. Now Pomeroy gets on it. Plays it off the glass, but not out. Lattenville gets it to center to Matt Luckin. He couldn't reach it. Ryan Kerwin tried to dump it in. Colburn was there. Now Kerwin dumps it in. Corey Mitchell on it quickly for the Hornets. Plays it off the skate of the official right to Terry. Man open in front was Service. Now puck's still loose. Mitchell looks to clear. He gets it to center. Luckin on it. Luckin in across the blue line. Now the puck comes outside the zone. Service on it for Massena. Hornets in the middle of a line change. Duquette dumps it in. Joy on it. Over to the far side. Schneider got run into by Dubuque. At center, Eric Pomeroy for the Hornets. 10-10 remaining in the second. Pomeroy gets to the center where it's dumped back in by McLean. Service. Dishes off. McLean brings it in. Keith McLean takes the shot. Blocked by Pomeroy. Despres comes out and dives on it.
Well, Plattsburgh was showing a little bit of pressure there, and if they can keep that up, you know, the more we keep pressure down here, the harder it is for Massena to score.
9 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in the period. The Raiders 4 and the Hornets 2. Each team with goals in this period.
Yep.
offside called against Massena. Adam Blaze will take the face-off against Casey Colburn. Joy plays it to center. Duquette lost to Blaze. Man open in front. The shot. They score.
Wide open.
Pete McLean, as you said, Jeff, wide open.
Yeah.
And it's 5-2.
Well, they moved that puck around nicely, and I think, just as I was saying a minute ago, I think that was their fourth line, and you tell me where you can see too many fourth lines like that. Well, tryouts
go back on top by 3.
Tryouts for this team must be something, and these guys want to make the team and then to make one of the upper lines.
LeBombard with it to the far side. Spanberg back for LeBombard, broken up by Gus Terry. At the point, Adams throws it in. Puck comes back out in front. Dubuque looks to clear. He can't do it. Spanberg gets it. They look for Reed in front. Nice job by Myers to lift the stick of Reed. Desperate covers up, and we get a whistle with 9:05 to go.
Yeah, and Brian's covering up the puck a little bit more than he was in the first period.
Did you tell Matt that I referred to him as Jeff 2 or 3 times?
I know. I was afraid to say that the way he was hitting people the other night.
Face-off will be at the right of Brian Despres. The Hornets outshot 18-7 in the first period.
And here again is Plattsburgh's third line against the Massena top line.
Wild. Now to Kovas. Kovas looks to dump it into the corner. Spanberg gets it behind the net. Would it be safe to say, Jeff, that other than your son, Pete Kovas is your favorite player in the Hornets?
I thought Pete had a good game. It was nice to see him score that goal Wednesday night. Got the headline in the paper. He and who else? Ron Parmenter.
Francis with it. Played off the board for Spanberg. Then across the blue line. In front. Nice play by Pomeroy to prevent the shot. Now in the corner. Premore with it for the Hornets.
Whoa.
Dumped into the Massena zone. At Francis. Up for Spanberg. He couldn't control it. That's one out to center. Behind Reed. Now Reed gets it from the Lombard. 2-on-1. Reed takes the blast and scores.
Yeah, and there's a beautiful slap shot. He was going for that far corner just like Luckins. Luckins, I think, was a wrist shot. This was a slap shot. But both going for that far corner and made it. I think that might be 3 for Reed, if I'm not mistaken.
I do not believe you are.
He's been around the net a lot tonight.
Is that too much you're mistaken about, Jeff?
Matt Reed, a sophomore, and one of the premier hockey players probably you'll find in New York State. I'm not too sure if he'll be with Massena next year.
And only a sophomore.
What I'm saying is he might go on to some type of prep school or something.
Open in front is Willard, and Willard scores. And it's 7-2.
Yeah.
Turn out the lights, the party's over.
The team just is so deep and so fast. And now, again, I didn't see that game in Massena, but Massena really hasn't come out that physical this period. It's just their
Wait till
quickness.
tomorrow when you see Canton.
Yeah, there's a physical team. Canton, I don't remember seeing 4 strong lines like this. I know 3 were strong, but the first line in Canton is just unbelievable.
Terry centers, one backhanded by Willard. Goes behind the net. Myers tries to move out. Now Kerwin with it. He sends it to the Hornet zone, and Massena will be called for icing.
I think every time Massena ices the puck like that, we should be given a goal. That should be
the first time they've iced the puck.
Well, I know they did once in the first period, but the way they're dominating play here, they shouldn't have to ice the puck. So put two points up on the scoreboard, Rod Sherman.
Brian Terry brings it up ice. Dishes off in the corner. Matt Woodward back to Terry. They look for Kerwin in front. He scores off the goal post. And it's 8-2. That was a pretty good looking play from Massena.
Yeah. Yeah, again, quick passing is key to a successful hockey team. And once you have that puck, get rid of it. Don't hesitate.
The score, 6:45 remaining in the middle period. Ryan Kerwin gets the goal. Woodward gets an assist. And the Raiders have opened up this one. Kobus knocks his man to the ice.
A little hit from behind, and the players going over and asking the ref about that.
I think what they called was Massena in the offensive zone with a glove hand pass.
No, but, okay, yeah.
Or are the Islanders playing tonight? Something you have to rush home to
No,
watch the channel?
They're on tomorrow afternoon. I might take a long lunch break to go watch it play there on TV tomorrow afternoon.
Did you hear that, Jim Danko? Long lunch to watch the Islanders. Thesperis covers up.
Gee, did the clock move during that time?
Questioning Rod Sherman's ability to run the scoreboard?
No,
Certainly wouldn't.
Maybe there's a fault in the clock. It seems like it wasn't moving.
Face off at the left of Thesperis. In front, Courier gets held up. Sherman plays it to center. Here's Matt Luckin, one-on-one. Luckin fakes, takes it to the net, shoots, then it's too high.
Well, the Massena fans don't like to see Matt Luckin going in like that. They want somebody to take him out. It's a lot easier said from the stands than to do it on the ice.
At the point, Schneider gets it to the point. He loses it, and the Hornets get it to Luckin. Luckin on another break, drops it for Lattenville. Lattenville to the net, the shot hits the post. Backhander, and Garcia covers up. A little pushing and shoving going on. Looks to be, well, it is 3-on-3. Who's the little short guy in the middle of it there?
It's really, it's like 5-on-3 there, though.
Colburn appeared to be the biggest progressor on Plattsburgh's part.
Yeah.
He will probably be going to the box, as was Corey David, the aggressor on the Raider side of things. So they'll both get a breather.
Yeah.
Whether they'll be minor penalties or double minors, we'll wait and see. Maybe a minor for roughing and a minor for delay of game. Face-off comes up at the right of Brian Garcia. Myers plays it off the board, gets it back, he gets belted. Adams to center, comes into the Hornet zone. Pomeroy plays it off the glass for Dubuque. Dubuque couldn't move around to Rocher. And McLean dumps it in. Pomeroy on it quickly to the near side for Myers. Tries to move around Adams. Gets it to Casey Colburn. Adams with it for the Red Raiders. For Service. Scott Service. No, not the catcher for the Houston Astros.
Coach Pomeroy yells out icing, and you know, literally he was right, because he was two steps to a step in this side of the red line, but they don't call that too often.
Adams sent it in, and
Pomeroy
was on it quickly and played it about 10 rows into the crowd.
He must have some fans in the bleachers tonight who want a couple extra bucks. That's twice he's fired up in there.
There aren't very many fans in the bleachers.
No, but there's some kids over there having a time of their life going after that puck.
They can't find it. No, Rod Sherman is helping them. He says it went underneath me.
Well, Rod Sherman is probably telling them that if they find it, he wants half the profit.
Hornets get it to center. Here's Lattenville. Gets around Adams. Lattenville moves in. Dishes off. We got a penalty coming up. Hooking will be the call on Adams, and Plattsburgh will have a power play. That's not too bad a penalty there when you get Jamie Lattenville moving in to do just about anything to prevent him from getting in on net.
Yes, but all the true hockey fans know that number 22 for the New York Islanders would never have hooked anyone. See a little switch here on this top line for the Hornets. Jason Wild is out on the wing. Chad Coburn, yeah, that's right, yeah. This is a spot where Jason put in a little extra effort. And
Pomeroy with it in the far point. Keeps it in, gets it for Luckin. Near side, Jan Sherman in on net. Garcia makes the save. Rebound goes to Wild. Behind the net, Lattenville with it. In for Matt Luckin. Luckin fights for it with Service. Gets it back. Now to face-off circle. Zigzags around one man. Fans on a pass attempted for Sherman. And that will allow Francis to send it down ice. 60 seconds remaining in the Plattsburgh power play. 3:55 in the second.
I'm not too sure.
8, Plattsburgh 2.
I'm not too sure if we've had a power play, have we, this game?
First chance.
Well, we're perfect so far on it. We've got to get a goal here to keep that.
Massena's had power play for 6 seconds and scored 1 goal. Luckin it across the blue line. Luckin spins. Luckin controls. Luckin gets belted. Now behind the net. Lattenville with it. Puck comes out in front. And DeRocher sends it down on 25 in the power play for the Hornets.
Well,
played down to center by Rochefort. Fight for it in front of the Hornet bench. Spanberg kicks it into the Plattsburgh zone. And the Raiders get back to full strength. Casey Colburn across the blue line. Tried to find Aaron Dubuque in front. Now Myers at center. Dumps it in. Kerwin there. Throws it to the Plattsburgh zone. Penalty coming up. Massena will get another power play. LeBombard takes the shot. Spanberg gets it in the corner. Massena gets the extra attacker on Terry open in front. LeBombard shot. Save. Rebound. They score.
Matt Reed.
Reed gets his 4th of the game. And the Raiders lead it 9-2.
Well, we don't have to kill a penalty that way. You look at the bright side, right?
I think he'd rather kill a penalty.
Well, you know, they're deadly with five skaters. You know they're going to be, I don't know if it's going to be any more than deadly. But I was going to say fatal, but I think that's
You would be being redundant.
They're more deadly with 6.
Deadlier.
Deadlier than 6. Is that like deadly do right?
2:22 remaining in the second. Massena has outscored Plattsburgh 6-1 in the period. Dubuque centers one, but it's broken up and played back out. Pomeroy plays it in. Myers tried to get it back to Dubuque. Reed broke it up. Far side for Spanberg. 3-on-2. Spanberg, Reed, and LeBombard. Spanberg takes the shot that's wide. Kerwin keeps it in, but the puck ends up in the crowd. And we get a whistle with 1:48 remaining, and Massena Wells in command.
Yeah, I'm wondering, this game, remember when we were in Canton, the third period, some of the skaters didn't come out. I wonder if the coach would do that here. Probably not on the road.
I wouldn't think so.
The kids can't go home early or anything like that. And they certainly can't take a shower early in that locker room, I don't think.
Why not? I haven't been in the locker rooms here.
I don't think there's any heat in there.
Oh, okay.
At least very little. I've never seen anyone take a shower in there. Not that I...
I didn't know you went around locker rooms looking for people taking showers. Oh, by the way, Massena has just added their 10th goal. I think it was DeRocher open in front, number 2. Whitley turns around. And is it 2 or 22? Or 12? 12. Brian Terry. That's his second or third.
Yeah. Coming home from the Salmon River game Monday night, I was listening to the Rangers contest. And Hal Massena and was
Sal Massena?
Sal Massena? No,
Howie Rose.
It was Marv Albert. And they were great. They were, I liked them.
Cobus fans on it. Premor with
nice shot
save by Garcia. Terry with it from Massena. Far side. Jumps over the skate of Woodward. Now gets it in on net. They score! And it's 11-2.
Before that goal, Kevin Premor has shown a number of times this year a nice, solid shot. In a couple years to come as a junior senior, I think you're going to see Kevin Premor putting the puck in the net with a lot more regularity.
This has been a very long period if you're a Plattsburgh fan.
Yeah. They scored 8 goals. It's really hard to fathom a team getting 8 goals in 15 minutes.
Right about now, our Plattsburgh fans are probably tuning into NYPD Blue.
Is that on tonight?
Well, it will be the night that this is on. If everything goes according to plan.
I keep forgetting about that, yeah.
You got to remember, Jeff, we're not online.
That way you can cut out all the mistakes I make.
No, you don't make mistakes. Puck in behind the net. 45 seconds. DeRocher plays it to center. Mitchell plays it back out, right under the stick of DeRocher. Intercepted by Lattenville. 30 seconds. Lattenville moves in with Luckin and Pomeroy. Jamie in the corner. He gets hit by DeRocher. Puck comes free. Cleared away by Corey David. Up for Courier. Jamie Courier over for LaPointe. 15 seconds. Puck loose in the Hornet zone. David keeps it in. Takes it to the net. Dishes off. LaPointe to Adams in front. Adams shoots one wide.
Boy, Massena is out for blood here now.
3 seconds to go, and that'll do it for period number 2. So the Raiders come up with 8 goals in the second period. The Hornets get 1. And very impressive period of hockey for Massena. Really some great passing, some great setups, and capitalizing on just about all their scoring opportunities.
Yeah, Massena, the forwards on Massena skate when they're on the ice. They're out there for a 30, 40, 50-second shift. They're skating the entire time, hard and fast. The Plattsburgh, Matt Luckin isn't skating hard, but I really haven't seen a lot from many of the other forwards.
They announced the shots on goal 12-5 in favor of Massena, so of the 12 shots, 8 of them go in. Massena out shooting Plattsburgh 29-12. after 2 periods of play. On the scoreboard, Massena 11 and Plattsburgh 2. Stay with us, please. You're watching MSM Sports coverage of Plattsburgh High School hockey. Ready to go with third period action from the Crete Center at the fabulous City Beach Complex.
Exactly, yeah.
One of the greatest in America.
A nice heritage trail, sand dunes with a...
That is if you compare it with Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
Sand dunes here have an endangered species of grass that they're protecting. Once they bulldozed the
I thought it was just they were short-powered and not able to mow it. Anyway, our cameraman Craig Ormsby tonight, fine job as always. He's come up with a new defensive strategy. Told you earlier that Plattsburgh going with a new zone defense tonight. Craig said Plattsburgh should go with a 2-2-2 defense. 2 forwards, 2 defensemen, and 2 goalies. That might still not work against Massena.
No, and I don't think... Oh, someone keeps pulling on my cord here. I don't think you can fault goaltending in this game. Just too much pressure by a powerhouse team.
Sort of like what happens when the Islanders go up against the Sabres. No competition for Buffalo.
No, there's... of course, the Islanders win those games in overtime usually, but...
Schneider sends one into the corner for Massena.
Is that Matthew? Matthew
No, I don't
Schneider?
think so. Not even Jeff.
Jeff Schneider? And there's no sitting the top line here in this game. They're right out there now.
Spanberg shoots one just wide. Colburn on it for Plattsburgh. Spanberg takes it away. He takes a shot that's high and wide. Puck comes free to Jamie Lattenville, who backhands one out to center. Now, you were saying you were taking a poll of some of the parents as Lucken moves in. Can't get around Schneider. What were they telling you?
Well, the consensus is that, the 10-run rule here, that if they're ahead of us by 10 runs or more, that probably should stop, taping. Actually, nobody said that but me. I asked Rod Sherman if we had a 10-goal rule with have running time if they pull ahead by 10. He said, no, they can't do that.
Here comes Massena, 3-on-2. Matt Reed tries to split defenders, and Despres clears the puck.
Well, nice play by the tandem of Gus Terry and who else was on defense at the...
Corey Mitchell.
Corey Mitchell, that's right.
Comes in on Despres.
Couldn't quite see his number for a minute there.
DeRocher at the point. Sends one in. Puck bounces. Mitchell fans on a clearing pass. Willard there for Massena. At the point, DeRocher with it. He shoots one. That one deflects behind the net. Woodward after it. Centers it to Willard. Broken up. The shot. Kick save. Rebound. Loose sand. Despres comes up with it. Speaking of Gus Terry, have you seen the movie Rookie of the Year yet?
No, I haven't.
Keep saying, even back when we were in Shenandoah, how you were going to go out and rent that movie so you could watch it to verify that Gus Terry was like the pitching coach in that movie.
And I have it on my list right after Sleepless in Seattle. Fans have been waiting for me to pick my visiting player who reminds me of a movie or television character, and I found him, number 23.
Despres with another couple of good saves. Yes. His number 23, Chad Willard.
Willard. Don't you ever see the movie Willard?
No.
They made a sequel, Ben, the rat.
No. The only Willard I've heard of is Willard Scott.
No, there was nice play by Jason Wild.
Wild with it at center. I think we're going to...
Especially when the rat died. That was
Press box. Keep him away from Myers. Willard with it. At center. In across the blue line. Tries to move around Gus Terry. He pulls him down, and we're going to have a penalty. Tripping the call. There's 11 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the hockey game. Massena 11, Plattsburgh 2.
A couple of fans were asking me when Massena put in about 5 or 6 goals in a matter of 3 or 4 minutes. They didn't think all the players over here on the bench were playing at that time. It looked like they were sending out their 2 top lines one after the other. I didn't notice myself.
Well, I think it's very safe to say that everybody on Massena has played a lot in this game. Except the 2 backup goalies who haven't played at all. Puck in front, cleared away by Despres.
I don't know if have we seen Joy out there?
Now Rochefort up for LaPointe. Into the corner. Back to LaPointe. LaPointe to the point, and Rochefort back to the point. In front, shot blocked by Luckin. Cleared away by Colbert, but not out. Rochefort winds up, shoots one that's wide. Luckin clears it. Icing waved off.
What was the penalty call that time?
The penalty.
Yeah.
The trip called against Gus Terry a while ago.
Well, it's a minute ago. We're still on the penalty.
Oh, I didn't mean back in the second period, Jeff. Rochefort winds up with a shot that's wide. Matt Myers sends one down ice. That'll kill the penalty. Rochefort brings it up ice. Throws to the far side. Jan Sherman gets to it for Plattsburgh. It's center. Casey Colburn. He takes this shot that's blocked. Rochefort clears it for McLean. Someone's got a broken stick. Dumped in by Service. Despres with a save. Lays to McLean. In on net. Stopped by Despres. Lays gets it back. Throws it in front. Service picks it up. At the point. Joy. He tried to throw it in. Moves around Myers. Takes a shot. Despres makes a nice glove save.
Now there, Casey Coburn cleared the puck away in front of the net, just like we did it on that first or second goal in the first period.
9 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the game. It almost looks like an Atlanta Brave Los Angeles Dodger game. Our cameraman, a big fan of the Dodgers.
That's too bad.
Who is it that you like, Jeffrey?
Well, yeah.
Tell me the Yankees.
Well, you got to be a Yankee fan, yeah.
Matt Myers across the blue line, sends one wide.
Weak shot there.
That's right. You told me you liked Phil Rizzuto.
Holy cow.
Casey Colburn in front, takes the shot. Garcia makes the save. Cleared away. And up to center, where Duquette goes after it for the Hornets. Now, one thing, Jeff, this second period is moving a lot faster, or this third, rather, moving a lot faster than the second.
Yes, fortunately for the fans here. It's not cold in the Crete Center tonight by any stretch of the imagination, but...
Francis in the corner, look to center. Premor broke it up. And he sends it down ice. Joy goes after it. Wild. Taken away by Service. Now at center. Dumped in by Sherman. Garcia out of the net, leaves it for Joy.
Be interesting to watch that Massena-Thetan game tomorrow. After Massena takes that long bus ride home after this game, gets home about midnight. How they come out in that first period.
At the Massena Arena.
It's at 1 o'clock.
We will be at the Stafford Ice Arena, covering the Canton-Plattsburgh game. I'm surprised they're starting that so late in the afternoon with the Cardinals playing Oswego at 7 o'clock that night. The high school game not scheduled to start until 3:45. That's going to be cutting it close.
Is that at the Fieldhouse?
Yeah. Tonight's game was originally scheduled for the Fieldhouse, but was switched to here at the Crete because of the Plattsburgh State-Geneseo State game. DeRocher with it for Massena. Reed ran into Adam Sherman. Reed gets it back. 7:05 remaining. We've gone about 5 consecutive minutes without a whistle. DeRocher at the point. Plays it to Reed. Spanberg back to Reed. And we get a penalty.
Someone with a high stick, but nobody wants to go. No one wants to
Someone
fess
from
up.
Plattsburgh.
Either they don't know who it is, or
It's going to be Jan Sherman. Jan was the player who had lost his stick. .6:54 to go. No scoring in this third period.
yeah, well, that's a plus. It's not that Massena's let up any. They're still playing their full staff, but the Hornets are working a little bit harder this period.
Myers plays it to center. Adams gets it to Reed.
Nice play by Casey Coburn.
DeRocher. Spanberg. Behind the net. LeBombard picks it up. Now Spanberg drops it back to the point. Adams. Spanberg in front. Shot deflected. Ooh, that one hit a video machine. I think it hit the Simpsons.
Homer's used to that. I've seen him fall off cliffs and everything and be fine.
Is that the episode where Bart was trying to jump the canyon?
Yeah.
And that great ambulance crew got Homer to the top.
Yeah.
And they started taking off and ran into a tree and fell back
Yeah,
down.
poor Homer.
One of the classics.
Even Beavis liked that one.
Rochefort plays it to Terry. Terry to the net. The shot. That's high. 6:10 remaining. 45 in the Massena power play. They center one. Broken up. Hornets get it to center. Rochefort on it quickly. Over to the far side. Kerwin for Terry. Now to Willard. At the point. Rochefort to Willard. For Terry. To Rochefort. And it comes outside. Massena plays it back in. Pomeroy will send it down ice. 15 seconds in the power play.
Hard work that shift by Jason Wild again. He's been skating hard in this game. One of the really few Hornets I've seen.
Hornets back to full strength. They get the puck to Terry. Takes it to the net, takes a shot, desperate saves. Willard pokes at the rebound, it's on the mesh. Five minutes, 13 seconds to go in the hockey game. Massena 11 and Plattsburgh 2. What was Joe's comment about his second career game as a broadcaster?
I think he made a confession that he said he talked too much. Or no, I think his wife told him he talked too much.
Here comes Luckin. Luckin loses it.
I asked him where he was Wednesday night. He could have done that third period instead of me. He's down playing goal for the Women's League again.
Duquette got the elbow up on Courier. The point, tries to get it back to Courier. David there. And Luckett comes out with it in the corner.
Well, the ref saw it, too. David looked back to see it, and the ref was looking right at him.
Both officials were holding the call, and Plattsburgh will get their second power play opportunity.
And probably, we talk about that retaliation. Probably David wasn't pleased with something that happened to him, but the ref's not going to see everything. It's a funny game, only 2 refs to watch all these players. Boy, this Massena team has a lot of juniors on it. They're going to be a power to contend with next year.
Francis in the corner plays it off the boards. Willard gets it out to center. Pomeroy to the near side for Gus Terry, who'll dump it in. Under 4 minutes to go from the Crete Center. Pomeroy plays it for Dubuque, jumped over his stick, and the Raiders play it back into the Hornet zone.
All of a sudden, it's slow motion here.
Terry with it. Centers one for Willard, too far. Myers picks it up. Let's see if Myers can go coast to coast. Nope.
Oops.
I think Aaron Dubuque is having some problems with his skates.
The Seton players here watching this game got a kick out of it. I guess they've never slipped.
There you go again, picking on Seton. Boy, they're going to start boycotting your stories at the press. 3 minutes to go in the game. Kovas with it. And offside was Jason Wild. 14.
Of course.
Sherman, shot blocked. Premore gets it, and a kick save by Garcia. 2:35 to go.
Again, Kevin Premore with a quick one-timer right there.
McLean picks it up at center and dumps it in. Terry with it. Centers one for McLean, broken up by Sherman. He gets run into the boards.
Brad Avery with a chance here to get some skating in.
Dumped in by DeRocher. Follow the bouncing puck. McLean sees it. That goal will be waved off. As Craig Terry had fallen in the crease. And even 2 minutes remaining. Massena 11. Plattsburgh 2.
And again, the even period here. No score for either team, right? That's something Plattsburgh has to say, hey, we came together in that third period. Massena wasn't running up any. We just had a better period. We skated harder, and let's carry that into that tough game tomorrow against Karen. It's important, really, to try and put in a good game tomorrow. They have a long week off before the Potsdam game, and that's a game they could conceivably win. If they win that.
There's only one important game, and that's coming up the last Thursday in February. Plattsburgh versus Seton in Lake Placid.
Huh?
Plattsburgh versus Seton in Lake Placid, the last Thursday in February.
How come it's so late?
That's the sectional game.
Well, the season's finished around the 17th or something, isn't it?
I think the last Thursday in February is the 24th. Or the 25th.
And why in Lake Placid?
That's where the sectionals are being held this year. Any other questions? You can tell this guy's a reporter. He asks so many questions.
Just, both teams You have to go 50 miles to play a game together? They're going to take the same bus or what?
I don't think so. Spanberg takes it to the net. Drops it back. And Lattenville takes it.
That means it's going to be harder to get time off to watch that game.
All you got to do is tell them you're doing a story on the Zambonis at the Olympic Arena.
There you go.
They'll buy it.
I think John Coyer is doing that story, though.
John said he was going to go up and cover the figure skating, but he was afraid he might get attacked.
John is a big figure skating fan. He's been following the Nancy Kerrigan episodes closely.
Penalty coming up on Gus Terry with 15 seconds to go.
John's a big Nancy Kerrigan fan. He thinks she could be a top scorer in the NHL if they give her a shot.
Well, John told me once about how that sort of same situation happened at the press when John started out covering the Expos. He said, I won't mention his name, but he said the person who's covering the Expos now wanted to cover the Expos, so he made sure that John was unable to go to the Expo game, and he's been covering them ever since. I don't know if I can believe that.
Well, I don't know if there's a full investigation into that or not. It'd be interesting to see the outcome.
Sounds like a story for the special Sunday edition. Coyergate. 15 seconds to go. Myers plays at the center. Joy on it for Massena. 10 seconds. The center for Schneider. For McLean, 5 seconds. McLean with a shot. Desperate makes the save, plays it behind the net, and that'll do it. 3-1 after 1, 11-2 after 2, 11-2 the final score. So the first period and the third period, not bad for Plattsburgh.
3-1.
I'd like to forget about the second period, though.
And in the second period, I think they got 6 goals in about 3 minutes.
So the Hornets dropped their second game of the season to the Red Raiders, 11-2 the final. We want to thank our cameraman, Jeff Myers, for his fine work. I mean, Craig Ormsby. Oh boy, we're all having a bad game. And our analyst, Jeff Myers. And we'll remind everyone that our next broadcast will be coming from the Stafford Ice Arena in Plattsburgh, where the Hornets will take on the Bears of Canton. And Jeff, as we've talked about before, look for a real physical affair.
Canton likes to finish off their checks. Doesn't matter if you grab the puck or if you don't. Canton is going to hit you. They like to play a physical game. And again, that's you fans out there listening, if you want to show up tomorrow, that's a great first line they have. It's really a pleasure to watch them just skate.
How are they going to show up tomorrow when we're on tape delay? Oh. There you go again.
We'll probably have hundreds of people here on the Crete Center or the Fieldhouse today after this is shown.
For Jeff Myers and Craig Ormsby, I'm Rick Knowles, hoping you enjoyed the broadcast in spite of the outcome, and that outcome once again, Massena 11 and Plattsburgh 2. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you for watching Friday Night at the Game. I hope you enjoyed the action. Next week, we will be covering the Plattsburgh High School and Northeastern Clinton Central School hockey game from 1994. Hope to see you then. Good night.